Hi everyone. Thank you so much for joining me today. My name is Lily and I appreciate you being here with me today. Today we're going to talk about junk mail envelopes. And now I know that I have a video from last summer where I talk about how I repurpose some of my junk mail. And I thought I had talked about this type of envelope right here in that video from last year. But I didn't. And so a couple days ago, I shared a video where I kind of showed, I showed these envelopes because I'm using these in the new junk journals that I'm working on. And I especially talked about, let me set this aside. These are some of the junk envelopes that I've pulled aside to show you how I put these together right here. Because I thought I had in that other video. So I apologize if you went looking in that video and it wasn't there, but thank you for watching. If you did, I appreciate that. Okay. But in a video from a couple days ago, and I'll link it at the end, where I talk about the selection of papers for the new junk journals. I also talk about a little project that I did with these stickers. But then I mentioned this style of repurposing junk mail envelopes. And so I am going to show you how I put this together. There's different ways of doing it, but I'll show you what works for me. And so you can see here, these are two junk mail envelopes. I've not finished embellishing these. Like I mentioned in a few, in the last several videos, I'm working on several different junk journals, and I'm trying to work assembly line, but I'm actually picking different journals up to work on as I'm going along. So, but I'm trying to change that process and create more of an assembly line so I can do similar things in the journals. Okay, so that I'm not just wasting time, I guess. Okay, so here's the envelope. Two junk mail envelopes. I've not finished altering them. I want to be able to cover this up with some collage, and then also need to make some long tags to go in here. So I've been working on tags as well. Okay, so let's get working on creating a couple of these. Let's see how it goes. So this one I'll just put back. I have it in the signature. And so I'll link that other video where I show you the selection process, and I kind of show you how I worked on that little fragile sticker project. Okay, so here is the other one. This is going in another journal. So I've just glued two envelopes together. You can clearly tell these were junk envelopes. Okay. And I've left one of the openings here for a side tuck, and then I've trimmed the top for a top loading pocket here. So I've started to collage the inside, and then I just need to finish up a little bit. These are coffee dyed, so I don't want to do too much embellishing. I don't want to cover up too much of what the junk mail envelope has. I like this area right here. So maybe I'm done with this one. Okay, under these, I believe there was some logos, and so that's why I covered it up. So there you go. Okay, so, and I've just realized that I am all out of coffee dyed envelopes. So I need to work on more of these, but I do have avocado dyed envelopes. Okay, so I've already selected the ones that I'm going to use. Oh, and so if you don't have junk mail envelopes, but you have store-bought envelopes, you can do the same thing with the store-bought envelopes. The only thing is that these don't have a pocket, but if you have store-bought window, you can do those as well, or you can even very carefully put something like a thick foam in between in there, and then cut out your own window if you like. So I will set this aside so I can show you how a different way I glue these together. But for right now, let's start with one. Let's start with this one. So I've selected these envelopes and they're pretty grungy. They've been torn, but I can work with that. And so what I want to do is I want to have, because these have windows, I want to have a window in the front, use the pocket in the inside, and then have a window on the outside. So that is what I want to do here. So I want to have one of the flaps open up because I'm going to glue it onto this one over here. Okay, make sure. Okay. So I'm going to leave this flap. I'm going to glue this flap onto this envelope right here. Okay. And then I'm going to glue this down a little bit, but I'm not going to worry too much about it because I'll end up collaging over this. But let me glue that down. Okay. And then the next thing I want to do, because I'm going to make this a top loading pocket, I'm going to trim a little bit off the top. Now I'm working with envelopes that are about the same size, but if one is shorter than the other, it's okay. In fact, I think this one right here, you could see this one, because I trimmed it down a little bit, you can tell right here that it's a little bit shorter, but it still works just fine. I'm planning on putting these in the signature, and so once you get them there and then sewn in the, let me bring this back. So once they're sewn in the signature, you could see here, you'll only be able to see one side at a time. Do you see that? So even if it's smaller, if one envelope is larger than the other, it's okay. It's still going to look great. Okay, so let me trim the top. Top of this. Maybe it's already trimmed. Oh, you guys, it's already trimmed on this side. Nope, it's not. Okay. I think when I avocado dyed it, it kind of sealed itself with, it still had sticky. So let me just trim the top. Okay. And then while I'm at it, I'm going to punch out a little half circle here. Where's my punch? Okay. Okay, so there's that. So now I'm just going to put adhesive on this. I'll use my glue book. Whoops. Okay. So now I'm just going to line it up. Just line up the edges as best as you can. And there you go. Let's do another one. So this one, once it goes in my signature, I will have a side pocket here. I will collage over this. And then I will have a top loading pocket here and be able to put in a long tag. Okay. And I'll decorate the outsides. What I'm doing right now is either adding a flower ephemera and doing a little bit of collage on the window sides, and then doing journaling papers on the inside. So let's set that one aside. Let's do another one. Let's do this one. Same process. Okay, so this will be my front. And this will be the back. Okay, so I'm going to glue it like this. But first I'm going to seal. I don't want, I could have two side tucks or two side pockets, but I want the top loading. That's what I'm working with right now. And again, I'm going to glue the back of that flap. Whoa, wait up, I almost glued it down. I have to trim that, and I know you probably said, trim the top, trim the top. Okay, trim the tops just so I can have the pocket, and then punch a little half circle. Like that. Okay. And now glue it, still sticky. Oops. And again, I'll collage in here and add some line paper or a little bit of it right here just to cover this flap. You don't have to, I will, just to make it more aesthetically pleasing. That's okay. I will cover that. And there's the top pocket. Do you see how we did that? So this will go into the signature. Let's see. I want to see. Let me check something really quick. I'm going to use this as to check something out. I want to make sure that this right here is not too close to the sewn part. The sewn part. Am I making sense? Once it's sewn down, I want to make sure that there's enough room to be able to use this pocket, because if it's too close to the edge, it'll be kind of tough to use. But I think that's going to be fine, because this will be able to, we'll be able to access the pocket here. Okay, did that make sense? Okay, I hope so. So, for example, just to make it very clear what I meant, this one is a good example of that. So when I was testing it to make sure that the pocket was not too close to the binding, that's what I meant, to the binding here, which it was. When I was checking, the pocket came really close to the binding, so it was going to be a little bit tricky to access this pocket. So what I did is, and I think you can tell, I cut it down a little bit. See that right there? So right here, I just trimmed it down a little bit. So I just took my scissors and clipped, and then clipped here, and then I just cut that little edge here. So it gave, it widened this gap right here, so that once it was in the signature, I'll show you again. You see how now you have more access to this pocket right here. And you can even cut it down some more, and, you know, depending on your liking. But I just wanted it enough to give me access to this pocket. Hope that makes sense. Okay. So that is that. And again, you know what? Let me show you right here. Let me glue these flaps down. I will show you with this one. I will demonstrate. So do you see how this right here comes really close to that fold? That means it's going to come really close to the binding, maybe more than I want it to, and I could still access it because it comes deep here, so it'll be easy to do this. Well, that didn't glue very well. Did I get glue on it? Oh, it's still drying. Okay. But, so if it was even tighter, so what we'll do is, let me just cut it down a little bit. So I'm just going to go in about 1/4 of an inch. Okay. That. I know I get so quiet when I'm concentrating, when I'm cutting. Oh. It's like when you're driving and there's some type of commotion going on. When you're driving, you lower the volume to the music or whatever you're listening to, just so you can focus more on whatever's going on outside in the traffic. Do you do that? I do. Same here. Okay, so do you see how I did that? So now you could see, and I'll grab the journal again, just so you can have a visual. And these are things that I have discovered as I've been working in the journals, or even when I've used my own journals and I use these envelope pockets or tucks, and I discover that it's difficult to get in there in the pocket. Okay, so let's do this. So now let's say this is already bound. So do you see how there is now a larger gap here? So it's just so much easier to access this pocket. So I hope that helped. Let's see. And then the other thing I was going to do is show you how I work with these envelopes right here. Now these are non-window number 10 envelopes. And I am actually going to glue the flaps together. I've made traveler's notebooks with these in the past. I made a bunch of them last fall and sold them at a boutique. Okay, so let me just do, I'm trying to get it into, oh my goodness. Was it this tricky for me before? Or is it because I'm now recording? Probably because I'm now recording. So let me do it this way. So let me put it in. No, hold on. I'm doing something wrong. What am I doing? What am I doing that is not working out here? Let me put that back on there. So as I was saying, I made a bunch of these like traveler size notebooks with these envelopes last fall, and had a lot of them available at a Christmas boutique. They did really well. So I can't wait to make more of these. Okay, so what I'm trying to do, you guys, is glue these two flaps together. And I don't remember it being as tricky as it is right now, but it's probably because I'm recording. Holy moly! Really? Okay, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to do it like this. There we go. So there's one. Then, what did I do? It's been a while. And then, I know what I did. The other ones didn't have any gummy. Or it wasn't sticky anymore. That's what I did. So I was able to glue this flap in there without any sticky. So what I'm going to do is, let's grab some scrap paper. Well, it's not scrap paper. Let's get some of this avocado dyed paper. And let's get rid of that sticky with more sticky. You guys, this is crafting in the raw. No editing here. Okay. So there we go. That's what I want to do. So I just need to glue. So now I'm going to glue this one. Let's do this. Believe me when I tell you, it isn't this fussy to do this. Just make sure the gummy is no longer sticky when you're gluing this on the inside. Okay. So do you see how these are really cool? These are like traveler size notebook envelopes, and it's perfect because then I did a signature in here, and then I made little traveler's notebooks. They came out really cute. I need to do those again. And then but you get the point. The point is that I've got these pockets right here that I can also put into the journal, and I'll show you again. I'll take this one, and I keep grabbing this one because this is the one I was working on. So it's a little bit longer, and actually one of the other journals I'm working on, I had inadvertently said it was 9x6. It's not 9x6, and I made a correction in that video. It's actually 10x6.5, so this size would fit perfect in there. This is 9x6. The other one, 10x6.5. Anyway, I'm getting sidetracked. So here we go. So again, the only difference is these don't have a window, but there's an inside pocket there. And there is a pocket on the other side as well. If that's an option, you could also do that. And then just embellish the outside, and those will look really cute. These also, I like this style right here to use right in the center. So yeah, these are great for the center. Once they're embellished, they look fantastic. Okay, so that is that. So what if, I need that to dry. So I'm going to set this one aside. In fact, let me reach over and show you the other one because I have that one handy. So you could see, do you see how it'll fit perfect in here? This is the one that is 10. It is 10x6.5 versus this one that is 9x6. And these are made with envelopes in two different sizes, 9x12, 10x13. Okay, so this one will probably go in here. Let that dry. Okay, let me put this one back because I'm not working on that one right now. I had this one handy because this is the one I was working on. Okay, so what if we decorate one? Let's do this one since it's really tattered, and we can do something similar to this. Okay, so I'm going to use, here's one of the notebooks that I coffee dyed. So let's use one of these. Yeah, that'll look great. Okay. And I'm going to trim this. I'm going to save this. I've used it in other projects. Okay. And do I want to tear it? Yes, I am going to tear it. I could use a cutter, but I'll tear it instead. It is late at night. I am recording this in advance, just a day or two. But it is late, and once I get started, I can't stop. And then when I do go to sleep, I'm just dreaming about, you know, the continuation. Oh, I like that. And then, of course, I'm going to collage over that. But I like the way this looks. This needs something right here. Maybe not. Or maybe so. Yeah. Oh, that looks good. Let's do this one. Let's do this. I know I tore that other edge, but it's kind of rough. I want it for something else. Okay, so let me glue this. Woo! It's so quiet. Unlike when I'm recording, when I'm recording sometimes during the day and with the construction going on next door. So it's so quiet at night. Whoops. I'm also not wearing my glasses right now. I should put them on. So maybe that's why I'm struggling. I should put my glasses on. Okay, that just gives it a little bit of nice texture. And so this is nice for journaling here, and then you've got journaling space here. And then I just need to embellish this right here. Let's see. What can we do? So what I like to do here in this window, what can I do here? What I've been doing is adding some flowers right here. So let's see. I kind of organized all the little things in here. I really like this one, I've noticed. Well, that's nice too. But let's get one that's already kind of cut, because I am not cutting right now. Oh, that's cute. Oh, that's nice. Oh, I like that one. It's kind of sideways. Is it? Does it matter? Nope, I like it like that. That is cute. And this is just to give you an idea how to embellish your envelopes. Whoops. I'll still go back and add maybe some words, some other things to it. Maybe this right here. You guys, I have gone down so much in my little scrap box. Look at this. Look at my scrap box. It was like towering the other day. And so I'm so proud I've got it down. Okay. Let's use some of this. I'm going to put that right here. Oh, that looks nice. I'm still working on building the ephemera for that, for all of the journals. So right now I'm working on these envelopes and long tags. How's that? How is that? I like it. I like it a lot. So let's just say I'm going to put some, not that one. Where are these? I'm looking for a scratched sheet, some paper. Let's just say this one. Let's see if this works. I don't know if it'll work. Will it fit? Yes, it will. Oh, yes. Look at that. I like that. I'm going to leave that one in there. That looks really nice. What do you think? Looks good, huh? And so I'll leave that paper in there. And so I know I've said that I struggle with blue, but I have been working with the blue dye. And so I'm really liking that weathered blue look here, like that watercolor. So I'm growing fond of that shade of blue. Oh, I like that. I think it needs a little bit more, but I can't figure out what right now because I'm still working on this. Maybe a little more collage here. I feel like it's not balanced. So, but I'll figure that out. This is an ongoing project, so I will work it out. But I really just wanted to show you how to put these together. I hope you guys liked it. Let me know what you think. And so we will show you. We will continue working on these in these journals, and have them grow and look beautiful every single day. Thank you so much for joining me. You guys have a wonderful day, and I will talk to you later. Thank you so much. Bye.